Doctor Who coming to Disney Plus for the first time ever, and with the 60th anniversary revisiting some characters that we actually haven't seen in over a decade, we thought, you know what, there might be some people out there who could do with a bit of a catching up. And rather than transmitting that information the Time Lord way, ouch, we just decided to do this instead. I'm Ellie for WhoCulture, and this is everything you need to know before the 60th anniversary. So to start with, just a bit of information about the show as a whole, and then we'll get into the more specific stuff for the 60th. The Doctor is a Time Lord from the planet Gallifrey. Time Lords look like humans. Well, actually, humans look like Time Lords, but that's a whole other thing. Except they have 2 hearts, and they can live for centuries, and they can regenerate, which basically means that when they suffer a fatal wound, they can change their physical form and live on while retaining their memories and their prior knowledge.
Time Lords have this little trick. It's sort of a way of cheating death. It means I'm going to change.
During the 13th Doctor's era, we learned about a secret backstory for the Doctor, that they are a mysterious being called the Timeless Child, who came from another dimension and possessed the ability to regenerate. Then this ability was taken from them and spliced into certain Gallifreyan people, who were then renamed the Time Lords. For all intents and purposes though, the Doctor is still a Time Lord from the planet Gallifrey. They still grew up there, and the first Doctor is and always will be William Hartnell, who kicked off the show in 1963. It's basically just that the Doctor lived this whole other timeless child life beforehand with a bunch of other different regenerations. So the Doctor travels through time and space in a time machine called a TARDIS, which stands for, say it with me now, Time and Relative Dimension in Space. The TARDIS is supposed to be able to change its exterior to blend in with its surroundings, but a fault with its chameleon circuit has left it stuck as an old British police box. Basically, the Doctor just can't be bothered to fix it, but look, that is absolutely 100% fine by us. It's kind of an iconic thing at this point. Could you imagine if it didn't look like a police box? So the Doctor also carries a device called a sonic screwdriver, which started out as an actual screwdriver back in the 60s, but now it can basically do whatever the writers want it to do. It can open doors, it can blow stuff up, it can turn regular glasses into sunglasses. Yep, that happened. Welcome to Doctor Who, everyone. With the TARDIS, the sonic screwdriver, and various companions they meet along the way, the Doctor travels the cosmos and gets into all sorts of weird and wonderful adventures. And that's basically the premise of the show. So now let's talk about the 60th anniversary specific stuff. And for this, we're going to start with the 10th Doctor, played by David Tennant. Ten first appeared at the end of Series 1 in 2005, before his first full adventure in the 2005 Christmas special, The Christmas Invasion. Here, the Doctor had his hand chopped off in a sword fight with an alien warrior, but don't worry, he was able to grow it back using some leftover regeneration energy. Now that chopped off hand will be important later, so just keep that in your mind. So the 10th Doctor's first full series aired in 2006, and in this series he travelled with Rose Tyler, a young woman from Earth who really liked chips.
I want chips. I want chips.
Rose and the Doctor grew very close, and they kind of developed something of a romantic bond. But it wasn't to last, because at the end of that series, Rose was separated from the Doctor and stranded on a parallel Earth. But there's no time to mourn, because as soon as they say goodbye, Catherine Tate as Donna Noble, who will be key to the 60th anniversary, she just materialises on board the TARDIS for absolutely no seeable reason. So after that quick cameo in the series finale, Donna had a main role in the 2006 Christmas special, The Runaway Bride. This really made for such a fun episode, as Donna basically spends the entire thing not trusting the Doctor and being baffled at everything that's going on. And you can't really blame her, considering that she materialised on the TARDIS right as she was walking down the aisle. So it was soon revealed that Donna's fiancé, Lance, was in cahoots with a giant alien spider called the Empress of the Rachnos. And Lance had been secretly feeding Donna huon particles, which needed to incubate inside a human before being used to awaken the Empress's children. And yeah, it just all got a bit weird, really, but the Doctor soon defeats the Empress, Lance dies, good the snake, and the Doctor and Donna escape. Now at the end of that episode, Donna turns down the Doctor's offer of further travels, leaving him feeling a little bit sad, quite honestly. But of course, this would not be the last time that they met. After travelling with the brilliant Martha Jones in Series 3 and Kylie Minogue in the 2007 Christmas special, the 10th Doctor and Donna are reunited in 2008 2008 in Series 4 opener Partners in Crime. Donna's prior adventures with the Doctor had opened her eyes to the wonders of the universe, and then she realised that she wanted more. Figuring she'd probably find the Doctor again if she just sniffed out some trouble, she began investigating a shady company called Adipose Industries, which produced a diet pill that claimed to make your body fat just walk away. And they weren't kidding either. The Doctor was also investigating Adipose Industries, and he bumped into Donna along the way. And then the villain dies like something out of Looney Tunes. The Doctor agrees to take Donna with him as his companion, and off they go. Compared to the love interest relationship between the Doctor and Rose, the Doctor and Donna are entirely platonic. They're more like best mates having a laugh, which was a refreshing change, and probably one of the many reasons why Series 4 is so highly regarded by fans. It's personally one of my favourites. And that's definitely the sort of dynamic that we can expect from them again in the 60th. So throughout Series 4, we also got to know Donna's family. Her lovable granddad Wilf, played by the marvellous, late, great Bernard Cribbins. He's very understanding and someone that Donna can confide in. He's basically like a really good friend and a granddad rolled into one. Now, Wilf actually met the 10th Doctor before, very briefly in the 2007 Christmas special, the one with Kylie, which led to a very funny moment of realisation when they come face to face again in Series 4.
Ah, it's you!
Who?
Then there's also Donna's mum Sylvia, who's a lot more strict than Wilf, but clearly loves Donna a great deal and just wants what's best for her, like most mothers do. The Noble family had a lot of scenes throughout Series 4, and they were integral characters throughout. And this is something that showrunner Russell T Davies really likes to do, to ground the show by letting us spend a lot of time with the companion's family. And this will no doubt continue into the 60th anniversary, with the Noble family set to play quite a key role, and Davies is obviously back as showrunner, so that was quite a predictable thing to come. So Series 4 also played with the idea of destiny, that something was drawing the Doctor and Donna together for reasons unknown. And spoiler alert, those reasons are not good. In the two-part series finale, The Stolen Earth and Journey's End, the Doctor was shot by a Dalek and fatally wounded, causing him to regenerate, which is something that absolutely nobody saw coming. Oh yeah, and Rose came back having broken out of her parallel Earth. Hi Rose! Luckily for the Doctor though, he didn't have to change his face during this regeneration. Instead, he fired that regeneration energy into that severed hand from the Christmas invasion. I told you that was important. That kind of acted as a bio-matching receptacle and allowed him to keep his current form. So the Doctor was saved, but destiny wasn't quite finished with Donna Noble quite yet. After being sealed inside the TARDIS, which the Daleks then sent into a great big ball of energy to be incinerated, Donna's desperately trying to reach out for help, and she touches the Doctor's handy spare hand, which was obviously still on board the TARDIS. And the regeneration energy from the hand began flowing back and forth into Donna, and then the hand grew into a brand new body that looked exactly like the 10th Doctor. What? Essentially, the hand had taken a part of Donna to form a new human Time Lord body known as the Meta-Crisis Doctor, while Donna had ingested some of that regeneration energy from the hand, which gave her the mind of a Time Lord. This was the so-called Dr. Donna, which had been teased throughout the series beforehand, and it was kind of always destined to happen.
I know this, Dr. Donna. You will never be forgotten.
At the end of the story, the Meta-Crisis Doctor is left on the parallel Earth with Rose. Basically, he has all the Doctor's memories, but he's also part human, which means that he can grow old with her, so that's a nice happy ending for them. Meanwhile, Donna's mind is burning up because her human body wasn't built to contain a Time Lord consciousness. All that knowledge in her head is basically killing her. So left with no other choice, the Doctor erases her memories of him, of the TARDIS, and of every single one of their adventures, reverting her back to just an ordinary human. And then he warns Wilf and Sylvia that if Donna ever remembers, even for a second, her mind will burn up and she will die. So the Doctor departs alone once again. He has a couple of standalone adventures with one-off companions, and also the prophecy of the 4 knocks is teased.
He will knock 4 times.
And once again, it's not good. So this brings us to the 10th Doctor's final story, The End of Time. Here, the Noble family returns, and that means we get more Wilf. Yes! Wilf is desperate to see the Doctor again, and after tracking him down in a matter of hours with the help of some fellow pensioners, the Doctor notes how strange it is that they always seem to bump into each other. You know, their initial meeting in the 2007 Christmas special, their reunion in Series 4, and now this. And this continued the theme of destiny, of fates being intertwined that we had seen previously with the Doctor and Donna in Series 4. Donna also returns in the story, and when the Doctor's arch enemy, the Master, turns the majority of the human race on the planet into himself, just go with it, she starts to obviously remember her adventures with the Doctor. Fortunately, the Doctor had built in a defense mechanism that was inside her head, and basically, instead of her memories killing her, she sends out this pulse of energy that incapacitates the Master clones and then leaves her unconscious. This whole storyline with Donna and the Time Lord energy in her brain is also going to be very vital to the 60th anniversary, and the Doctor points out in the trailer that if she remembers me, she will die. And we also see Donna talking to Sylvia about feeling like there's something missing. The question really is, how is Donna going to remember the Doctor without her mind burning up? Is there another defense mechanism, or is it something else? Well, we don't have long to wait, so we'll find out soon, I guess. Back to the Doctor and Wilf, and at the end of the story, we find out what those 4 knocks actually mean. Wilf, bless him, inadvertently seals himself inside a radiation booth, and just when the Doctor thinks that all is well, he hears Wilf tapping on the glass 4 times. The 4 knocks prophecy was a reference to this precise moment. The Doctor can free Wilf from the booth, but only by trapping himself in the other booth and absorbing the radiation that's released, which will be fatal. And this is why Wilf and the Doctor kept meeting over and over. It was all leading to this very moment.
I'm sorry.
The Doctor throws a massive tantrum about it, but eventually he does sacrifice himself to save Wilf's life. And before regenerating, he revisits many of his past friends, including Donna, who is getting married to Sean. Now, Sean was introduced in this story and has a small role throughout, and he's also set to return in the 60th anniversary, where he and Donna have now got a daughter called Rose. Rose, you say? Very interesting name choice there. Finally, succumbing to the effects of the radiation, the 10th Doctor regenerates in a huge explosion, and we're introduced to Matt Smith as the 11th Doctor. Most of the 11th and 12th Doctor's eras aren't really that relevant to the 60th anniversary that we know of, but they're both fantastic Doctors. And if you want to know the best place to start with each of them, then you can check out our video right here. The only thing that we really need to cover here is UNIT and Kate Lethbridge-Stewart. So UNIT is an organisation that protects the Earth from alien threats, and it's existed in Doctor Who since the early classic years. But the current iteration was introduced in the 11th Doctor episode The Power of 3, which aired in 2012. This iteration is led by Kate, who has been a regular fixture in the show ever since. Her and UNIT are also back in the 60th anniversary, and they've had quite the budget increase too, as evidenced by the ridiculously oversized skyscraper that serves as their base. It seems a bit silly to me. From here, we need to jump ahead to the 13th Doctor, played by Jodie Whittaker. In her final episode, the Master, back again, forces her to regenerate into him, leaving her stranded in this kind of limbo space called the Edge, where she finds several past incarnations of the Doctor. So she manages to escape the Edge, and does manage to take back her body, but the Master has the last laugh when he mortally wounds her with an energy beam. She says goodbye to her friends before her regeneration fully kicks in, and after a stunning sequence atop a seaside cliff, the 13th Doctor regenerates into the 10th Doctor. What? Well, not the 10th Doctor actually, because this is still the next chronological incarnation of the Doctor. It's just that he has the same face as the 10th Doctor. So it's the 14th Doctor, but with the face of the 10th. Now, we are going to find out why that is as the 60th anniversary progresses. One of the theories we have seen, though, for why his face is returning involves one of the main villains of the 60th anniversary, and that's Neil Patrick Harris's Toymaker. So originally played by Michael Gough, this character first appeared all the way back in 1966 opposite the first Doctor, and he hasn't been seen since. He's a cosmic trickster, a joker, someone who likes to play cruel games with his victims, wherein the odd odds are stacked against them. Now, it's possible that he somehow influenced the 13th Doctor's regeneration to bring back the 10th Doctor's face, and that this is all part of some big game that he's planned. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. So when the 60th anniversary is over, the 14th Doctor will then give way to Ncuti Gatwa's 15th Doctor. And 15 is also set to appear in the 60th, but we don't actually know why or how. Now, he could be trapped in some sort of limbo space like the Edge, or it could be something entirely different that we haven't even thought of yet, which is more likely to be the case, let's be honest. And that is where we're currently at. Donna can't remember the Doctor or she'll die, but she is happily married and living with Sean and her daughter Rose, who will also meet in the first episode of those 60th anniversary specials. David Tennant is back and playing the 14th Doctor, not the 10th Doctor, for reasons as of yet unknown, and we're also going to catch up with Wilf and Sylvia and Kate Stewart as well. Whew. Well, that was quite the journey, wasn't it? Quite honestly, that was quite helpful for me as well. Just a little refresher to remember everything that's going on there. But if you actually want to watch a few of those relevant episodes in preparation, then check out our list of 10 episodes you must watch before the 60th anniversary. In the meantime, I've been Ellie with WhoCulture, and in the words of River Song herself, goodbye, sweeties.